Five. Yeah. Hey, y'all. She didn't even let me know it was live. How y'all doing? Come on in the room. Come on in the room. That's a shame that that little Sunday accident is going so fast like that. Just imagine if an accident were to happen. I don't know about that car protected. Good morning, everyone. I know people are like, damn, where they been? Where they been at? Cocktails. How y'all doing? What's that? Mhm. What's that? What's what? What's what? What's that plugged up? I'll tell you later. Speak for everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I had to take y'all out my ear. It didn't matter because nobody was in here yet anyway. Um, we are on the way to drop me off to work. Uh, I'm not gonna tell y'all what happened, but I almost died 10 minutes ago. Girl, go ahead. Say, I almost died 10 minutes. Let me just say I'm fully awake now, y'all. You know how you can be awake? You know how you can be awake, but you're not fully awake? That was me. Yeah, I almost died 10 minutes ago. Coming out of the development is a circle. It's called a roundabout. Well, whatever, a roundabout. And we coming this way, and it's a stop sign, right? Like it's not a stop sign. Right here, right here. It's a yield. And then another vehicle was coming this way, and they were already in the circle. No, and it was not a vehicle. It was a big truck, a box truck. And you know, somebody just kept going, and I almost died. I could see it hitting me, and then the truck flipping over 3 times. Oh my God! And I would have been smashed up. I'm awake now. So more alert than I've ever been. So for some reason, God wanted me here. I was like this, and I went into the horn. That was crazy because the horn beat. Like, and I didn't mean for that to happen, but that's some good ass brakes. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah. Good brakes on this car. And my leg has been hurting ever since yesterday, and it finally stopped hurting. But she managed to jam my knee into the dashboard and smash my fingers like this into it, almost breaking my nail to where it would have been devastatingly painful. And then my head went like this. So she tried to kill me. And then if the truck would have hit me, then it would have went like this. I would have flipped this way, and we would have been flipping into a ditch. She is. This is how they do it in church with somebody. This is what want to be recognized. So look, y'all, if she had her seatbelt on, all of that extra stuff that she envisioned wouldn't have happened. Like now, she got it on. Keeping it all the way 100. She was trying to kill me. Nah, I wasn't. And to everybody that loved me, remember that. If that car would have hit me, I was trying. Come after this one. I was trying. Created a great narrative there. I told you this the year of storyteller. I told the truth. That's what happened. I don't know where to rolling over and all that. I said if the truck would have hit us from the side, I would have been flipped over like this. Look, I would have said, and kept rolling. You even put actions with it. Yo, you wild. She wild. I'm telling y'all. Come get her. She was trying to kill me. I wasn't. And so I apologize. I'm awake now. My knee gonna be hurting again. Oh Lord, it's sun bright today. So, what in the world? Don't your glasses got the stuff in it? I ain't got all that fancy stuff like you got. Got all that fancy transitions and all that. I ain't got all that. Yeah, she don't got all that. That costs money. She ain't got all that. She ain't got all that. I just gonna get a pair of clear lenses so I can see. She ain't got all that because she be trying to be cheap. She want to buy lunch and get glasses. Dad, look, see how she driving so crazy that the mail just flew from the top and bust me in the head. Yo, you know what? Guess what, y'all? She can drive herself. She driving crazy. We're going to the same area. I'm gonna be in one car. She gonna be in the other tomorrow. Cause you trying to kill me. Off the chain, man. I just saw my whole life flash in front of me. I thought about all the things that I wanted to be. And I know it's not gonna happen. Yo, you are so good at telling the story, man. I'm telling you. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all right now, though, right? I might eat piece of what you bought from Wawa. Be all right. So did y'all see Sinners yet? Oh man, Sinners was good. It was definitely good. There's a lot going on in that movie. A lot going on. So much. Well, if you're a spiritual person, Sinners is for you. If you're a religious person, you're going to get offended. So don't go watch Sinners. But I loved it. I'm a spiritual person. I loved how they put it all together. I loved how the ancestors was in there protecting folks and they ain't even realize that the ancestors is doing anything. Yeah. And I just want to say, honey, that juju bag is a lot more effective than that cross in that movie. One brother had a cross on, the other had a juju bag. Who survived? Who survived? Juju bag. The juju bag. So, Sinners was off the chain. I was in love with the movie. I love the leading woman. The leading lady was a real life black woman, not these black women we see on TV. No, the real one with the big breasts and the big body. In there with her jars remind me of my aunt that we used to go down to see in North Carolina. We would drive down. What? You said a real woman. The real black women, like your grandmas, like the big bone. Like the big bone one. Yeah, I want to know who wrote that movie because it really was very influenced with culture. Like it was the big bone woman that my grandma. Leading lady, big bone woman, because in our stories, and in our histories passed down, the star of those stories was the big bone woman. But when you go into Hollywood, they show you all these little, nothing wrong with you, a small woman. Love you black, whatever, love you down. But y'all have been the centerpiece of all the shows. And that's just not reality when you get to talking about black stories. Like the heroine was some big lady. I know in my stories growing up, the person that was saving me was a 300 something pound woman. She wasn't no little Holly Berry swinging in there. That's how she know how to cook that catfish. They could turn that catfish in that movie. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good movie. And then when that I ain't gonna it's some stuff you can't say. It's just all I'm gonna say. Go see Sinners, but what I want to say? When I see movies like that, right? And I know it's since nonfiction, but it just seemed like that could be going on here. Just like when I watch Supercell. 5 people out here with superpowers, but just ain't met them yet. Well, I listen. Everything that's allegedly based on fiction has some fact to it. That's just how humanity works. We make stories, we base things off of what we see. Man, I'm telling you, this smell coming through this vent, man, it stink out
It's
here.
that
It's horrible.
manure. That everybody got
It smell
manure
like
and all
someone.
that
It
laid and
smell
all
like
that.
it smell like someone took a dookie on the highway.
Do 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 do. No,
You
but
smell
you,
that?
yeah, I smell it. But you see them vampires?
Mm.
How he was playing the band. I said, "What the hell is going on?" I was like, "What the hell is that?" We want to be one in unity. I'm like, he up here colonizing them. I said, "Oh hell no."
Yeah, that was real wild.
Uh
Dancing. I just,
uh
man. Then when the guy just dropped out of the sky, I'm trying not to tell too much of the movie. It was just, I was like, why is he so daggone happy? He just, it's like he on fire or something. Yeah, smoke and everything come from his body. I'm like, I would be so happy if I feel
uh.
like he is. I'd be like, and then they just see the culture in there, the Indians.
Yeah, them
And they needed to
Indians
get
said,
home before the wildlings. They call them wildlings.
He said, "It's getting dark. We gotta go." Them
Yeah,
Indians got that devil up out of their little town, wherever
they
they was at. They got his devil behind up out of there. You ain't coming to colonize us. We gonna kill you.
yeah, they were,
They wasn't playing with him. But it was crazy. It's a lot of correlations, but at the end, I'm telling you, if you're a Christian, you might get offended. Because when that demon started reciting the Lord's Prayer,
mm,
he said, "That's what my master quoted to me before he changed me."
mm.
So that should let you know something right then and there. Uh.
What was the guy's name that played
The twins.
no, the guitar?
Oh, Sammy.
Sam.
How he had that gift to call the ancestors, do 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 do, and he could see the future and the past
Mm,
because time is not linear. But
yeah,
that's something, people probably, it probably went over your head when I said time is not linear. For you to get that, you got to believe in some other things. You got to believe in reincarnation. And if you believe in reincarnation, you understand that you could be reborn at any time when you die. So you can come back in ancient Rome, you could come back in the future.
y'all. We're right in the middle of the week. We went to see that in the middle of the week. Hump Day.
It was
Usually
nice.
we go do the movies like on the weekend. But she had to see it.
Yeah, because I had to see that do 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 do.
So you don't want a whole lot of people in the movie theater. Go during the midweek is what I'm trying to tell y'all. It wasn't, because it had just dropped and it wasn't a whole lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So go check it out then.
And I think a lot of people, how you hear all that
Good little
heckling in the
date.
movie theater? You ain't hear all that heckling.
You
People
did.
was quiet, like, what in
That,
a.
their eyeballs was invested into that movie.
They
Man,
was locked in. I was locked in.
I was locked in.
It just, that movie spoke to me heavy, heavy. I was like, yo,
I've been watching documentaries, just watching different things. A lot of them is about gangsters, you know, trap queens and all of that. And just seeing why people do the things that they do. It's all because of government. Maybe the truth.
yeah, I don't know what's up with your obsession with these trap queens and all of that.
Just I've heard the names before, I want to know more about it. But a lot of people, the reason why they did the things they did in every story that you hear is because they didn't have. Their families couldn't afford.
Well, your thing still wasn't better than Sinner.
Yeah,
That one piece with them dancing in that circle.
yeah, that right there, that was something. That that was off the chain. I got to give that to you. That
Yeah,
was
that
off
was
the chain.
crazy. I was like, look at them.
He out here riding this motorcycle like, people not fully awake anymore. bro. You ain't here in and out of traffic like that, ain't right?
Oh boy, every time I see that woman to sign, my heart just drop in my shoe.
I'm so sorry.
It's not gonna be all right until I get out of the workforce. Maybe I should have not said nothing. We should have got hit by that truck. We would have been out for a while.
Man, crazy. So everybody been checking out the NFL draft, watching the little videos that come up. Real happy for these black athletes
You know
that are
what? Black.
getting an opportunity. I just want them to know their worth.
So
Because
what?
the
What's the
NFL can be nasty.
what's the big deal? Why is everybody talking about Sanders, Shador's?
Well, the thing with Shador Sanders, he's a very confident black young man. I'm gonna give that. His dad is Deion Sanders. His dad raised him, so he's gonna act like his dad, of course. But they're not gonna just sit there and have white man, excuse my language, but the NFL control them and their narrative. He's a very good player. He should have been in the first pick. People say that he's not, but his record is his analytic information, his data from him playing is one to be in. He should be in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And I think that they were trying to humble him as well as how the media some media tries not to give black people a voice, and he's woke. That's all I'm gonna say. Woke.
So what about? I saw something where they were saying that Tom Brady didn't pick him. Excuse me, y'all, because I don't understand nothing about sports. I'll tell
I
y'all
don't
that
know
right
about
now.
Tom Brady, but I gotta read up on it some more. But he's with the team. That's what matters. Uh, he's with a team. Might not been the team he wanted. I think he wanted the Jaguars. I can't remember. But just to have the opportunity to play in the NFL, I just don't like the way they did it. Let's pick him up. Let's do it on the second draft. That boy ain't a second draft pick.
Mm.
That's the
Uh,
NFL is something.
so
They
they
did the Colin Kaepernick.
so basically nepotism. They don't like the nepotism
They don't like.
aspect of it
Yeah, they don't
because
like
he's a black male.
they don't like a confident black male, and he's young, and he says it like it is. He calls it out. You're not gonna, they don't. He's not. They don't want to hear that talk. Like if you were to just start how you and I be talking about stuff,
Mm-hmm.
if we were to like, they shut your one page down because you was speaking facts.
Oh yeah, my first Facebook.
Your
Yeah,
first Facebook before
and
all
I
these
had a
regulations.
lot of followers on
Oh
there.
yeah, you had a lot of followers because you were speaking truth, and Facebook shut you down. You
I
had to
got
start all over.
I got a lot of white complaints though. I got a lot of white complaints because they
Yeah,
didn't like what I had to say.
but you was speaking the truth. The truth sometimes hurt.
Now I was one of the first that said BLM was bullshit. It was nothing but a scam for money. Remember, I did a whole show on that. I just stopped doing all that stuff.
And brought receipts.
Yeah, I stopped. I loved my show when I was doing
And they was threatening to shut me down.
it.
Remember? And that's why my whole government is on my Facebook. That's their way of saying we got the control. When I tell y'all my whole government is on, that's my Facebook name. It's crazy. It used not to say that. It was my nickname and my last name, but before that it was Smack the Indie Plug. And like, that is not your name. But I was speaking facts.
I wonder if I should I is my show needed during this time?
I think it is for real.
It feels like
get their shows out. You know what I mean?
It feels like everything that's happening now. I said back then.
You know what? It wouldn't hurt to go get some of those clips off of YouTube and start just, take a clip and just reshare it, because a lot of what you did say is happening now. And that's what's wrong. They rather feed us fake news than the truth. Now,
Yeah.
there were some people out there that were not bringing forth the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some of our black media, they was doing it for the numbers. Like, come on, y'all.
Yeah, but you know, preparation for those shows, I was sitting up there doing research
Yeah, you
throughout the
doing
week.
research, and that's why I say you came with receipts. Shoot.
It was like I was in school.
Mhm.
Like,
But it was good
yeah.
information. I think you need to bring it back. For real, for real.
I'm in hell, y'all. I done made it. I done made it to hell right here. Oh Lord. I done made it to hell, but we love
Sure.
y'all. We'll talk to y'all this afternoon. If y'all went to see Sinners, leave a comment. Holla at y'all later. Bye.
Bye.